I'm about to go live here, guys, as soon as... All right, we are live. This is Wall Street sizing up. Let me see my face on the... There I am. All right. So Wall Street sizing up, guys. Glad you're here. We have one goal. That one goal is to help you profit off the insider knowledge of the hedge funds and the smart money. I want to give a good shout out to my Telegram channel. Appreciate you guys. I think we're 35, 30. There's some people coming in and out, and that's great. Trying it out. Try to get some tips in there. We try to give stock analysis. We try to do trade analysis, and then we just talk a lot of crap too. So that's really, really cool. One thing before I start, because I like to keep this under 12 minutes is my goal. I usually go about 13, 14, but we had 3 alerts that we had alerted on 2 last Saturday. So the last stocks to watch, we had 2 stocks go 20% plus, and then we had another alert go 30% plus. So one was CRBP went 21% up on Friday. LFMD was 30% up on Friday. That was from Stocks to Watch. And AEBA was 22% up on Stocks to Watch. The CRBP was actually in the Telegram channel. So that's what you get from my channel. There you go. Now, the market was down for the week. So I did the math. Of those 3, the average return would have been 4 or 5%. In fact, I actually cut 2. CRBP is the only one that actually made a little money off of, because they had gone down so far. You just have to cut. I did want to give a shout out. I got my first tip from a stock that we gave, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, on Rain Therapeutics. I got a $200 tip from the Cash App. Name is A Plus Heat and Air. Guy's name is Timmy Smith. Tim, thank you very much. Really appreciate you guys. So with that said, let's just do what we came here to do, and that is let's make a little money. So with that said, let me. I don't have a theme anymore because I go live. It's crazy, but we've got some theme back there that someone used to play when we had a staff. So all right, first one up is Magenta Therapeutics. You see it there on the screen, MGTA. Here we go. So this is Deep Track Capital, sized up on MGTA. Clearly they're a biotech, a small biotech. They have a $500 million market cap, but they only have about 70 employees. That's the crazy part. But Deep Track Capital, sized up on 514. They've only got a 1% return so far. And that's a $42 million position that they're in. The thing about MGTA, let me go with the things that I like, and then we'll get to all the specifics in the TA. 72% of the stock is owned by institutions. That's number 1. Number 2, it's got a price target. You can see there. I've got some tools say 17. Looks like Yahoo is saying 1867. My other tools say about 18 as well. So that's kind of where we are. So if you look at let me go to the right one here. All right, on the this is Finviz, and so they draw you lines. So it is in an up channel, but it's in a down trend. Is basically what they're showing you here. And so here's what I think is taking place. So it went up big, it fell big, and now it has not gotten a little bounce at all. It's hit that trend line. That lower support trend line is exactly where it's at, 1106 right now. The next resistance line is going to be around 12, right there at that 50-day SMA. I believe it's sitting right on the 20-day right now, right? So you get this channel up, and it looks like it could go into a wedge, and that might be another week out, maybe even 2 weeks out before it would have to break out. And typically, the wedge shape breaks up, typically, right? But it did break out. if we're looking at it here, here's what I believe that Deep Track is seeing. I think they're playing the bounce here. They're only up one, right? So they're playing the bounce here. I bet this thing bounces 1150, 1175 in the next 2 days. It might even get to 12, and that would be a great return. Good asymmetrical risk there. So that's what I think they're playing for. What you have to look out for, so let me just go down here just real quick. The volume, it's lower than you want, but it's enough to push you up. The float's pretty big actually, and the short float is small, so it's not going to get a short squeeze on this one. But risk reward is good on this one. It does have 2 buys. It's got to perform on it, and the technicals are positive. I don't think that I did. I did not. So I was going to get on TradingView. So we like the stock. Again, I think there's going to be a bounce here. In days like this, I've made TikToks about this. I think you just take what the market gives you. If it gives you 5, 6, 7% up, you take it, right? Now, clearly you ride your winners, right? So if it goes 5 up one day, you stick with it. Hopefully the next day it goes up, right? It's very tough to take profits on down or red days. And so, but right now I'm happy with small wins. And if I happen to be riding one that hits a 10, 15, 20, 30% on Friday, I'm sticking with it. All right. Next stock up is one that I told my guys that I probably would not do, but I kept looking at this, and Garrett Motion. Now, I have seen a lot of smoke around Garrett Motion for I don't even know. It's been a good month, right? People sizing up, people getting out, people coming back in, people trading heavy. It's GTX, right? The key thing that you want to know here is that Oak Tree Capital sized up. This is Howard Marks. This is the guy who is this is the guy that when he calls Warren Buffett immediately takes the call, right? Howard Marks is not only a value investor, he is a mountain, and when he moves big. So here's the thing, GTX. Now, he sold out on 430. On the same day, he got back in. So he sold out of 3.5 million shares. He got back in the same day with multiple entities, including Brookfield Management, which is not his, right? So I don't know what the relationship is there. I'm sure they have one clearly, but Brookfield Asset Management, and they're a $1 billion company by themselves. 430, he gets back in with multiple companies, 70 million shares. Now, that's a $420 million position. Let's just be real clear about that. So you're not going to move out of that position. Now, he is 14% up, okay? And Howard Marks is a OG gangster. So I'm not saying that he hasn't moved out of this position, but typically when I started looking at this stock, I think that he's going to want a dividend, and I'll get to that in just a second. So if you look at the people that hold GTX, 92% are institutions. 92% hold the stock, or at least the tradable stocks. It's an auto parts. They're getting into electric boosting, right? And the stock has been, it's been trending up since October. Clearly, it's in a up channel here. It's bouncing off the trend lines. Another big thing here is that what you need to know is the CEO. Literally on the same, or as soon as this was made public, the CEO went out and bought $230,000 worth of stock as well. I would say you could play this short term, you can play this long term. The MGTA was a short term. This one you can actually play long term. Up channel, it's above all indicators right now. It's again above the trend line. I'm looking at this right now, and it looks like 662, 658 is going to be your next resistance. And clearly your support here is right at a little bit above five. So the volume, average volume is about 250, same as MGTA. I like that. The float's at 63, so it's not really a low float stock. All right, let's get into the sales. It does $3.2 billion in sales, but it loses money. And that's what I see Howard Marks. I bet Howard Marks comes in, and this is what I'm going to bet you, right? If you hold on to this long term, Howard Marks is going to change out a lot of the board, the man. He's going to just take complete control, just like he always does. If you don't believe me, look at TORM, TRDM, I believe is the ticker. It's a bulk crude shipping company. He literally pays himself $1 a share per year. So I think that's what he's going to do here. He sees a lot of revenue, and you're going to see a dividend incoming here. He'll get the board. He'll change operations. He'll change management. That's just what he does. Now the relationship with Brookfield Asset Management, I don't know how that comes into play. Brookfield is more of a real estate guys. They're more of clean energy, if you would, but it's typically infrastructure. So with that said, I like GTX. I like it short term. I like it long term. If I'm looking at the chart here, you can see this is I believe the 2-hour chart. I believe this has got some legs. Again, it clears the $7 mark. It's really going to run. It's really going to run. It's at 610 now, but I think it's got some better days ahead. All right, so like that stock. All right, this was my wild card here, guys. This is my size, MYSZ, and MYSZ. Very interesting company. First things first. So they are a technology company. Their technology is put into apps, and the app is for retail. So they give like shopping apps avatars so people can size correctly. That's what they do, right? So you can kind of see here. First things first. So here's what I don't like about it. It's got low institutional involvement. The guys that sized up, I had not heard of them before, but I'm on this one, like Marks, I'm gonna bet the jockey this time as well. So I believe they're up 9%. They got in on May 12th, so it's very, very recent. It's Activist Investing LLC. I actually looked them up. Real company, real website, real guy. The guy that runs it, David Lazar. It looks like he's done this before. He's at NYC. The last company was MTSL, which I cannot tell you what the name of that company is, but I remember it because I want to say like last year we might have had a alert on it. It did a 5x. So after he got a hold of it, it did a 5x, and then he got out. So he's gotten in. It's not a huge position, but it's enough. This is it's a true penny stock. It's at $1.24. I mean, you can see it there. Its market cap is $15 million. We're talking about little, but here's the thing. Look at the volume. 650,000 shares a day are traded of a $15 million company. The volume this last day was 1 million shares. So I'll get to the TA in just a second. Again, we're betting the jockey. It's got low sales. The revenue is literally like $140,000. Now, the good thing here is that the revenue is expected to grow 77% this year. Again, that might get you to $1 million, right? they were just granted a patent, right, for their tech. That's good. The technicals are saying buy. And so if you look at it, I'm looking at the resistance here, guys, and I'll show you on the trading view. But I've got resistance at about a buck 40, right? So it's got some room to run here. Overall, it's in what I consider a down channel. You can see see the blue down channel. Since 2021, you can see here's base support is at about 109, and then you're going to have some hurdles at 130, 140, but then after that it should really rock and roll to about 160. So I really like, it's a wild card, but I like it. I like what this guy's done in the past. I like the tech. It's a very interesting tech. Good volume for a $15 million stock. So this thing could really, if retail traders organize, or let's say a hedge fund comes in like this guy here, you can really boost this stock really quick, because the float is, a small float. You want to be under 10 billion. They're about 12 million, right? The short flow is very low. They are above all SMAs. That's the good thing. So I like this stock. I do. I really do. It's MYSZ. It's a wild card, but I think that activist investing will push it up. And this guy named David Lazar. So with that said, that's number 3. I got one bonus stock for you. It's not from a hedge fund. It came across my radar. CYCN. Again, CYCN. I don't have it on my CYC. Let me see if I can get it up here for you. CYCN. Celeron Therapeutics. You see it there. This is after hours. It pumped up about 6%. But you can see, so the CEO got in on the 4th here, and you can see the up channel that he's gotten here. In fact, if I expand this out, yeah, you can see the up channel that he's, well, there it is, up channel that he's gotten there. The CEO sized up. He's up 20%. It's in a good uptrend. This is also a stock to watch as well, but one that you might put some in, but for the most part, this is just one that I will watch. The other 3, I actually will put money in. The first 2 a lot, so I'll trade heavy there. Again, this is not financial advice, but it is what I am going to do with my portfolio. So with that said, guys, I really appreciate you. I appreciate my Telegram channel. I appreciate all you guys on there. I think as more people come on, it's going to get even better and better, more information. So with that said, guys, I appreciate you jumping on here if you're watching live. If not, I'll post it to Twitter and to the channel. I might stick it on LinkedIn. We'll see. So with that said, guys, I appreciate you. As we say always, watch your 6 and you go hard in the paint. We'll see you next time, guys. Thanks again.